Real quick, I want to show you this here. We've got this waveform. You can see we're just about equal opposite polarity there, but not exactly. We've got a little bit more positive potential than we do negative potential. That's input amperage at 7.3 amps. We're average about 109 volts at the cell. But just because that little potential difference, check this out. Here, I removed the additional windings that I had. Now we get pretty damn near equal opposite. Look at that, right on that line, right on that line. Amp consumption goes down to 6.5, so 750 milliamps input difference. We still got 108 volts, let's say around 109 volts, still about the same voltage, but we are less amperage consumed just from the balancing of these inductors. There are 960 milliamps at the cells. I'm going to hook that back up real quick. Here we have the unbalanced setup again. We're settling at 109. We're at 7.2 amps. So, I mean, if we're 7.2 amps, we were down to 6.5. That's an awesome savings right there, just from the balancing of these inductors. Ultimately, you know, balancing these inductors here properly obviously gives us the best waveform and reduces amp consumption as the circuit by 700 milliamps or so, which is awesome. That's damn near an amp in savings. So that just goes to show you how the dynamics of this transformer are wildly variable based on simple inductance resistance properties, and that I'm sure that by modifying this further we can get even higher voltage levels and potentially even lower amperage. Next kind of testing I want to do, I want to rewrap this as a bifilar coil to test the difference in voltage output and amperage at the cell and amperage consumption. I think bifilar would provide higher voltage. Additionally, I would love to wind this inductor as a stainless steel winding to see what that would do as far as amp restriction and allowing voltage to be even higher. The diodes I had in place here as far as feedback, input, and output seem to help in certain scenarios and configurations, but others it actually hindered it. So I'm kind of inconclusive on whether diodes are something we want in and out of the cell and looping as a feedback. But we learned a lot about in-phase signals versus out-of-phase signals pertaining to the water fuel cell, and I hope this helps clarify for everybody listening that love my videos about how equal opposite polarity pulses delivered to the cell produce the best results. Whereas when you have in-phase waveforms, you can still have potential difference and have some production, but greatest production and efficiency is achieved when we have equal and opposite polarity on those cells. Welcome to Season 5 of Stan's Revenge. My name is Noah Almond. I've uncovered the true fundamentals of the electrical polarization process. This is unlike traditional DC electrolysis, as the dissociation of the water molecule is performed by opposing voltage potential instead of amperage. This allows for the generation of HHO gas from natural water without any electrolyte or chemical additives. In this chapter, I experiment with new cell designs, VIC transformers, and the electron extraction circuit. I'll be improving water fuel cell efficiency and increasing gas production to even greater levels. Join me as I uncover the secrets of Stanley A. Meyer. This is Stan's Revenge. Coming soon to a benched laboratory near you, the 7-inch cell. in all spectacular glory. Coming soon. And this winter, the spherical resonant cavity, with gains from 3 to 19% over tubular arrays. Stay tuned for more Stainless Steel Ball Z. Also, we did find out today that these fast recovery diodes here that I'm using, they're actually replaced by go-to diode with here. This guy right here, I am turned off now. That I replaced this guy here with right here. It's a 2 amp, 1000 volt. So we have no more than 2 amps going through that secondary to the, I guess, inductor, whatever, and less than 1 amp at the cells. So I don't know what else to tell you guys. I tried some center tap balancing with the negative terminal on the cells. Do some kind of mixed results, but not really proving anything. I think what might be next up is taking this gas output tube and essentially adapting it to a single cell for gas going through it, and maybe creating my very own gas resonant chamber of sorts. That might be the next project that I'm working on, given I'm able to produce the HHO using voltage pressure stimulation. I should be able to feed that gas through this tube, and since there's gas or air through this, crank it up to thousands of volts, and with EOP, and start pulling electrons and energizing the atoms per the hydrogen fracturing technology, which a lot of people just don't get it. The EPP is a low voltage process. That's what we're seeing here. It only takes a handful of volts. Like here, my best work was 6.6 volts at the cells. That's all it's needed to pull apart the water molecule. Then when Stan talks about getting to 10 to 20 to 40 kilovolts and more, we're talking about ionization of the gases. I don't believe he's talking about ionization of the water, unless he's specifically talking about the resonant spherical cavity, which may be different, because there is so much gas trapped in that at a given time. But I believe that, feeding only gases through this would allow me to use a similar circuit to put EOP into this at high frequency, high voltage, to be able to extract electrons from the atoms, destabilizing them. Combine that with the laser injection. I've got some actual lasers. Maybe I'd like to shine into it as well. I've got 5% on my phone. So there it is. There's my plans. That's what I'm doing. Much more to come, guys. Stay tuned. Shout out to all my haters. You know who you are. This is Stan's Revenge.